Yo, yo, what up? It's your girl Joy, the Hip Hop Power Font, and this will be your Saturn and Aries tarot reading. On Saturday, May 24th at 11:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturn will begin his retrograde period in the sign of Aries. Y'all, I don't know why, but I am so excited for this transit. I mean, I don't know. So I ain't gonna hold y'all. Yeah, Saturn goes into Aries 11:35 on Saturday the 24th. But then in July, Saturn will go retrograde into the sign of Aries. But then in September, Saturn will retrograde and dip back into Pisces for a bit. Okay? So enjoy it while you can. Yes, we will be using the all new Mahogany Tarot. Check her out in the Amazon shop. Link in the description box. Love this. What else? Theme of the reading. Take responsibility for your actions. It is your duty, okay, to not survive, but I know for sure take responsibility for your actions, okay? So let's get into it. I'm here, you're here, Frankie's here. Everybody that needs to be here is here. Okay, I'm here, you're there, but we're everywhere. Okay, I just wanted to rhyme, I guess. And I got on the same shirt. I just got off work, threw the shirt on because I knew I needed it. Okay, couldn't wear what I had on. Boom, we're starting off with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, prosperity, treasure. Okay, in the palm of your hand, success. Okay, is what we see, success. This is what this is, achievement. I don't know if it's a financial achievement or you have some kind of financial responsibility or what's the word? Fiduciary duty. If you know, you know. Okay, it's a fancy way of saying responsible for the money. But yes, okay. There's going to be some coins. Spend its responsibility. It is your duty to not only make the money, but to save the money, okay? Don't just be spending it all willy-nilly, okay, as some people say, okay? You gotta you gotta slow it down a bit, okay? Let's see, get into it. Oh shoot, I ain't mean to do that, but okay. Knight of Cups. Some nice, handsome fellow or fine young chap, as y'all like to say on TikTok. Okay, they might come and offer, a little romance, a little pay to play, do something strange for a piece of change. Okay. However, this is saying only invest your money, your time, and your energy into those who are just as ambitious as you. People who have the same goal for financial freedom, for success in their career. Like don't fall, don't settle. Okay? You have mastered a lot, you have achieved a lot, and it's okay to want that for a partner or whoever. You might be going into business with someone, okay, and you want somebody who is also financially responsible, somebody who is ambitious, and somebody who has achieved a lot of success in the field or industry that you are in, okay? But how does this take responsibility? We ain't there yet, but I think I know where we're gonna go. I don't know, but let's see. I'm not taking those. That was just a sloppy droppy. All right, card, you sticking out. Let's take you, okay? We are talking about Saturn. I don't do it all the time as much as I used to. Cards to look for. Saturn is represented by the World card. Saturn rules Capricorn, which is associated or represented by the Devil card. Then we have Aries, which is associated with the Emperor card, but Mars rules Aries, and Mars is represented by the Tower. But here we go, came out in reverse, the Devil Capricornus. Okay? Okay? Structures, limits, boundaries. Came out in reverse. You are going to have to break those boundaries in one way or another. Let me look at something real quick. Where is, you're going to have to do some type of movement. Yes. Okay. Adventure. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. But you are going to have to go outside of the limits, outside of the boundaries. You're going to have to push through. And when I say push through, you're going to have to fight your way through these boundaries and structures. Okay. You're going to have to fight these temptations of the money and the flash and the fame, or the trying to get credit or whatever, what have you. You're going to have to fight through all of that darkness, okay, in order to come out on the other side successfully. You're going to come out on the other side regardless. But are you going to be worse off than before? Are you going to be the same with no change? Or are you going to rise to the occasion, if you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see. There's an opportunity for success and prosperity. Okay, however, we also have to be compassionate. Okay, they always say be mindful of those you engage with or interact with on your way up. Okay, because if you are rude or aggressive or snappy or short with people, they're going to remember that. You might not remember, but they're going to remember. And when you make it to the top, you're going to get knocked down. Okay? And we don't want that. That's what the Knight of Cups is. They want you to have some compassion. Oh, shoot. I dropped all the cards and knocked the spread over. Okay. Let me get it back right. Yeah, you got to have a little compassion and love for other people. Real leaders do. Okay? Real leaders are not so far removed from the little guy, quote unquote, that they don't have any love or support. And boom, 3 cards came out. I'm not going to take these, but I'm going to show you, boom, 4 of Cups. And what did I say? Okay, and we get the Star card with Aquarius. But out comes the Hanged Man in reverse. And I don't ever mind showing the Hanged Man in reverse because it looks normal to me. Okay, this, yes, it looks normal because I do tarot, but this looks normal to me. Okay, there are some things happening in the background that you know nothing about. They are all happening in your favor. Okay, you have to, and I don't know why when I was thinking about Knight of Cups, I was thinking Pisces. I'm a Pisces, but Neptune, represented by the Hangman, rules Pisces. And so we get this 12, which is 3, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. This is rest. This is meditation. This is enlightenment, just like the Hermit. This is, because Virgo and Pisces oppose each other on the zodiac wheel. But this is understanding. This is meditation. This is watching, waiting, contemplating, thinking. You know the 4 swords, how the guy's laying down like this. This is almost, this is kind of I don't want to say it's the same, but this is like deep, heavy contemplation, introspection. Okay, we are thinking very deeply about our choices and our decisions and where we are going to go, what would be the result of each choice. Like, what would be the consequence of choice A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z? Okay, you have to weigh your options. Take the best route, and sometimes that is the road less traveled. Old river dancing, old hey there. Because 15 is 6. That's 1. That's 3. 6 divided by 3. The devil is 15, which is 6. The hangman is 12, which is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And we got 2 knights. Bam, the ambitious one. Go. I told you to go. Okay? Take the road less traveled, but you have to be willing. You have to be assertive. Okay, I told you, if you are fighting your way out of something, that means you have to have some level of motivation, something to push you, something that is driving you to do this. Okay, let me look at 2 knights and see what that's talking about. We haven't had all of that. I mean, unless I just been overlooking it and not even thinking about it. That's why sometimes I wish I had live or did lives, so y'all could so I could see what y'all saying in the chat and stuff and talk to y'all. You're on your own. Oh shoot, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at Knight of Wands and it say alienation, so I guess I had to say that. You on your own, fam. 2 knights. Ooh, intimacy. Intimacy don't just mean sex. Intimacy could be touching, hugging, kissing, cuddling, staring into the eyes of your betrothed. Okay? But Knight of Wands, alienation. We just come off of the Hanged Man tree. We took a piece of the branch. We took a branch off of this tree because we know how this tree get down. We know this is like the wisdom tree, tree of life. Okay, tree of life. We're going to say it's the tree of life, right? And so here we have the branch of life. Okay, we went on to we had the cup. Well, first we had the pinnacle. Okay, well, pinnacle like this, God, source, universe, is Allah saying, come get this. Come to the Garden of Eden. Okay, come to the garden and get this. Come water this seed. Come nurture this. Grow this. Bam. So you come in with your cup of water, right? Because you have compassion. You understand. And then you get there and you're like, oh my gosh, what sunken place have I fallen into? Oh my gosh, because you didn't use your discernment. You didn't use your discernment. And you ended up in not the wrong place, but you just didn't know. I mean, you didn't know. You don't know what your higher power, what dummy mission they're going to send you on. We get sent on dummy missions every day. Yeah, we do have free will, but y'all know free will is reverse psychology to me. It's just like, oh, you think you can do what you want to do, but it's all within the parameters of this birth chart of yours, okay? So, boom, you end up in the darkness only to come to a place of deep introspection where you are just evaluating your choices. You're like, oh my gosh, how did I end up here? You don't know that it was all a setup, okay, to give you the motivation to keep going, the drive, the desire, okay? You're not going to be here for long. You can't be, okay? There's no way, okay? That's not happening. So, boom. You get the motivation, whatever that dark night is going to happen or whatever. I ain't looking at the, let me see. Let me just look. Let me look at the aspects real quick. Saturn. Okay, Saturday. Let me see. What's Saturn doing? That's Jupiter. Moon quincunx. Okay, that's not until later, but still. Dun, dun, dun. Let me see. Mercury is going to sextile Saturn Sunday night, or, when y'all watching it Sunday night. That Sunday after it goes into. But that's where the quickness comes in, okay? And that's where the short distance travel comes in. But I'm looking at dark night. Dark night. Dark night. It might be this moon squaring Saturn, but that's probably with the moon. The moon is all about like internal processes. Also, I forgot what it's called. Is it auditory? No, that's hearing. I don't know. But like your heartbeat, your blinking, your brain, like all the stuff that your body does that you don't really control, like your breathing. I mean, yes, you can control your breathing, but you breathe without even thinking. Okay, your heart beats. You don't have to tell your heart to beat. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Moon square Saturn is the Hanged Man situation. So let's go into June here. Okay, so is it the retrograde period? Might be. Because Mercury is also going to be retrograde, but not in the same time, but whatever. All right, I ain't gonna spend too much time on that, but yes. Okay. Bam, Seven of Pentacles. Patience, waiting, worrying, doubt. It's just like, all right, I'm ambitious. It's like, is this where I'm supposed to end up? Questioning, wondering. Okay? Like I'm being cautious, but you still got the wand though. You still got the wand. It's a little whittled down. Okay? Because you had to use it. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Use it or lose it, essentially. Okay? You got to use your discernment or it becomes weaker. You have to use your intuition or it becomes weaker. Just like a muscle. Okay? When you stop going to the gym, when you stop working it out, boom, you get weaker. It turns to fat. Okay? Seven of Pentacles. Is that why we got this Five of Swords here? Defeat. Five of Swords came out in the reverse. I think this Seven of Pentacles is where you might have second guessed yourself. You weren't sure. You doubted. But that's why we got this in reverse. You got to defeat that negative self-talk. Y'all know I talk about that all the time because, I mean, it's rampant in our minds. You can't stop your brain. Some of us, okay? So it's just like, am I lost? Am I going in the right direction? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? It's almost like you're unsure because you're not getting no messages, ain't no downloads, ain't no signs. You ain't hearing the prophecy. You ain't getting the message. And so you kind of questioning, like, is this what God, source, Allah, universe, higher power, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Silence, dead silence. Because you have to trust. Okay, you have to trust. Boom. Woo. All right, hold on. And we get to a swords. Bam. I told you, exercise your discernment, your intuition, and look at you. Working it out. Look at you. Okay? Training, preparing, mentally. Okay? What are you preparing for? The unknown. X marks the spot. The unknown. Stay ready and you don't got to get ready. If I went and tapped this person on the shoulder from behind right now, I'd probably get my hand cut off. Okay? Just like that. Just like that. Okay? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay? It's just like, I'm unsure. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but then it's like, you know what? Let me make sure I'm ready and all my ducks are in a row. I'm on my P's and Q's. I'm standing on my square. I'm standing on business so that when my number is called, when my time arrives, when it is judgment day, I'm already ready. I ain't got to pack. I ain't got to order nothing. I ain't got to cry. I'm already ready. I got my gas tank on full. Okay? Preparation beats procrastination any and every day. Okay? I mean, I'm still trying to take into account that these cards are new. Okay, so I think this might be our last 3, depending on how it goes. 1, bam, Wheel of Fortune came out in reverse, but it's still the wheel. Jupiter. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Now, this doesn't mean unlucky or bad. Okay, just because it's in reverse, it doesn't mean bad fortune. It just means that the tables will turn. Yes, things will be down, but what comes down must come up. What goes down must come up. Okay? Okay? You have good luck. You are blessed. Okay? You have grace. You have mercy. You have all of these spiritual attributes. 10, and I just said X marks the freaking spot. Okay? You have access to a lot of higher levels of awareness. Okay? But what some people don't understand is that your awareness can always increase. It's not like once, oh, I'm aware or I'm woke or whatever catchphrase y'all want to say. It's not just a one and done. Okay? You continue to elevate. You continue to grow. You continue to progress. You continue to increase your level of awareness. And why are we increasing our level of awareness? So we can notice the blessings when they come down. So we are not second guessing, am I doing the right thing? Because you were ready when the blessing came, all you had to do was receive. Okay? When the success comes, when the prosperity, when this Ace of Pentacles come, you don't have to do anything except stand there with open arms and receive all of the glory and success. You have mastered, okay, these boundaries or these limits that were placed on you. You exceeded expectations. You showed your real leadership skills. You showed that you are a master of your craft. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Now you are in a place where you are able to give to those that not less fortunate than you, but people who were in your position when we first started with the Ace of Pentacles. Give back. Okay? They're giving the Pentacles. Okay? Just like somebody had to give you yours, you gotta give it. Okay? We are blessed with success so that we can bless others. That's what you're supposed to be doing with your success. You're supposed to be a blessing. Use your blessing to be a blessing to others. Okay? Everybody don't have this level of awareness. Everybody don't have the knowledge that you have. They don't have the experiences. They don't have any of it. Okay? So this Six of Pentacles is you giving back to whomever, making things right, bringing things back into balance. Okay? Do I want to do what I want to do? What time is it? Okay, yeah, just in case the storage mess up. Let me go ahead. But I'm going to do this. This is how I'm going to do it. Six of Pentacles came out in reverse, right? Bam. And then boom, the Fool. The Fool. The Fool is who? Is it Uranus? Let me see. Oh, I'm glad I was on this page because I'm on my own Instagram page looking up stuff that I referenced years and years ago. 12 houses, September. Tarot and Hebrew. Come on, come on. Is it that far back? Can't be that far back. It is that. Hold on, hold on. Let me look up. Okay, making sure the camera's still rolling. Okay, Hebrew, Egyptian, sun phases, qualities, workplace, 12 houses, chakras. It is further. Oh my gosh. Nope. But why is it not up there with the other stuff? That is a little interesting to say the least. Well, I could just look it up, I guess, real quick. I just want to make sure. It's not done. I'm going to have to cut this to cut out all of the mess. It is Uranus. I knew it. Y'all know I be second guessing. Okay, but I just don't like to say the wrong thing. So boom, Uranus. And we talked about what? Being enlightened. We talked about progress. We talked about growth. This is the rebel. Okay, some people think he's a fool for going against the grain and carving his own path. Okay, but he is not about to fall on the edge. Okay, he know where he going. He just excited. He just singing on the edge. Well, you know, when you go, some people, you might stand on the edge or something or near something, you just do echo, echo. He just looked like he just echo. Okay? But the fool is not some childish person. The fool is somebody on an adventure. They are on a journey of enlightenment, of life, to learn how to be responsible for themselves. Okay? Taking accountability. Okay? Take accountability for just following along without questioning. Okay? That's how you ended up with the devil in the darkness, with that dark night of the soul. That's how you ended up at the hangman tree. That's how you end up with the 7 of Pentacles. Okay? Okay, because you wasn't listening. You wasn't trying to take responsibility for your actions. And now, because the consequences, when the consequences arrive, then you're going to feel some kind of way. Then you're going to be trying to catch up. That's why I told you, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Okay? You need to be ready to protect yourself. You need to be armed. Okay? Because the psychic attacks will come. Last card for real. I don't want that card. That's multiple cards. So for time, I guess we're taking the first card that came out. Okay. Boom. Another 10. We're going to have to look up multiple 10s. We got 2 10s. That's a 7. That's a 6. That's a 5. We already looked up. Okay. Boom. You do not have to carry this burden all by yourself. There will be other people that need to take responsibility for their part in what happened. You're not going to be by yourself. You are not on an island with this. I did say alienation, and I did say that you was on your own. But at some point, you're going to run into people. That's why we got this 5 of Swords, other people. This 6 of Pentacles, other people. Okay? There will be time. Oh, even the devil, other people. Okay. So there will be times where you're going to run into people and you're going to have to decide whether or not you need to include them on this journey. Some people are there for a season. Okay. You know how long there's going to be months for this retrograde. Okay. You is people a season. Okay. A season. For a reason. So let's do bottom of the deck. Okay. Have discernment, use your intuition, and then you'll know who is really about that life of duty, ambition, responsibility, I'm about to say success and achievement, access, achievement, success. The people who are really serious about their career path or where they want to go vocationally. And here we have a reminder, Queen of Cups. Don't sit and wait for someone or something to come along. You have to take action. You have to actually do something. Okay? Be something. Being. Okay? You cannot sit along the coast and whimper and complain and whine and cry and wait for something to happen. You got to take action. Okay? Aries is a masculine sign. Take initiative. Do what you're supposed to do. Okay? We are not wallowing in misery and just assuming, oh, well, this ain't happening. This is why, and it's outside of me. No, it's you. It's you. Okay? It's you. And you just sitting there thinking that all the grace and the mercy and the blessings and all of that just gonna come down and just find you. No. You got to get up out of that, get up off your throne. And the King of Swords is under, followed by the Emperor. You have to get up off your butt and go to the garden. Under the Queen. Boom, masculine. Under the Queen, boom, masculine. Under the Queen, boom. All of this major. Okay? Nothing but major. Okay? Nothing but major. Okay? That means your higher power got something for you to do. Us. Okay? To do. We got plenty of work to do. Okay? Okay? Okay. All right, y'all. See you next time.